I step through the door, the familiar creak of the floorboards under my feet somehow louder than usual. The house smells like it always does, faint traces of coffee and the lingering scent of lavender from the candles Emily always liked. But today it's different. The air feels heavier, charged, as if something is hanging just out of reach, waiting for me to realize it. Before I can even say a word, Emily turns to face me, her expression unreadable. She doesn't greet me. Doesn't ask how my day was. She doesn't even seem to care. Then she speaks. 4 words. I want a divorce. The shock hits me like a physical blow. My chest tightens, the breath caught in my throat. I stand there, frozen, as her words settle into the space between us. I can't move, can't think, can't even process. It feels like the ground beneath me has vanished, leaving me suspended in some impossible moment where time stands still. We've had our problems, sure. Every relationship has its ups and downs, its fights and makeups. But this feels like a punch to the gut, something I didn't expect, didn't see coming. I thought we were just going through a rough patch, something we'd work through. But no, she's already made up her mind. I stare at her, my heart racing, my mind trying to make sense of what just happened. How did we get here? How did the woman I loved, the mother of my daughter, become a stranger standing in front of me, delivering the kind of news that breaks everything apart? I want to scream, to ask her why. Why now? Why like this? But the words won't come. They're caught in the knot in my throat, the one that's been building ever since I walked through that door. I feel the weight of her gaze on me, cold, distant, like she's already let go of us both. And in that moment, it's like the walls around me start to close in, the very air growing thick and suffocating. I can't breathe, but I still have to hear it. I have to face this new reality. Emily doesn't say anything else. She doesn't need to. Those 4 words have already shattered everything I thought I knew about us. And I'm left standing there, unsure of what comes next, knowing that whatever it is, it's going to change me forever. Her coldness hits me like a slap across the face. I can't quite process it at first, how someone I once shared everything with, someone I used to laugh with, to dream with, could suddenly be so distant. The sharpness in her tone catches me off guard. It's like she's already checked out, emotionally, mentally, like I'm no longer the person she once trusted or loved. We'd had our issues, sure, but I always thought they were temporary. Nothing we couldn't work through, nothing that couldn't be fixed with time and effort. I've been working hard, thinking if I just keep pushing we could get back to a better place. But this wasn't a conversation about a problem that could be solved. It's an end. A finality I didn't see coming. The realization stings and a lump forms in my throat. She's done. Just like that. And it's not something I can fix with words or actions. It's like all the love we built, all the years we spent together, are suddenly meaningless to her. I want to ask her why, to plead for some explanation, but the look on her face tells me I won't get the answers I'm searching for. It's as if she's already moved on while I'm still here, reeling from the blow. I feel blind, lost. I never expected to be standing here like this, with her words hanging in the air between us, cutting through the years of memories we've built. How could it happen so quickly? How could she decide so decisively that everything we had, everything we fought for, was just over? It feels like I'm drowning in a flood of questions, none of which I'll ever get answers to. But one thing is painfully clear. She's already made her decision. And I'm left here in the wreckage, unsure of what to do next. She doesn't stop there. No, she demands the house, the car, and child support. Child support. I blink, stunned by her words, as if she's speaking in a language I can't understand. I've been paying for everything, since we separated. The mortgage, the utilities, the car payments, even groceries. I've been doing my part, working overtime just to keep up with all of it. And now, after all of that, she wants more? A sharp pang of betrayal cuts through me, deeper than I ever expected. The weight of it sinks into my chest, heavy and suffocating. How could she do this? How could she act like I've done nothing? I try to make sense of it. I remind myself that this is normal, right? That this is what divorces are like, that it's just the legal side of things. My lawyer told me not to take it personally, said it was just the way things go. But it feels so personal, so unfair. I've been the one to sacrifice everything to keep things together, to keep up appearances for the sake of our daughter. And now she's acting like I haven't done a damn thing. The anger rises within me, but I choke it back. This isn't the time to lose control. But I can't help it. Each word she speaks feels like a betrayal. It's not just about the money or the possessions anymore. It's about how she's treating me like I'm nothing more than a wallet to her. A tool to get what she wants and then cast aside when I'm no longer useful. I've given everything for this family, for her, for Lucy, and yet here I am, standing in front of the woman I once loved, wondering how it all turned into this. I'm torn. On one hand, I still want to fix us. I want to believe there's a chance to turn things around, that we can find a way back to what we once had. But deep down, I know that it's not about fixing anything anymore. She doesn't want to fix things. The realization hits harder than I thought it would. She's done and she doesn't care. There's no more love in her eyes, no trace of the woman I married, the one who used to laugh with me, the one who shared my dreams. Instead, all I see now is coldness, indifference. She doesn't care about the years we spent together, about the family we built. And that's the hardest part. It's not that she's leaving, it's that she doesn't care enough to even try to make things work. The love I once felt for her is now clouded with a mixture of frustration and anger, like a fog that refuses to lift. I'm angry at her, at myself, at everything. She wants control over me, over our daughter, over everything. And all I want is to find a middle ground, to compromise, to make it work for the sake of what we had. But she doesn't want compromise. She wants to win. She wants to dictate every part of this, to make sure I'm the one who loses. And that's painful. It's painful because I know that no matter how much I fight for what's right, no matter how much I try to hold on to the past, she's already made up her mind. And there's nothing left for me but to pick up the pieces of what's left. When Emily asks for child support and then follows it up with limiting my time with Lucy, it feels like a punch to the gut. It's not just about money, this goes deeper, much deeper. She's trying to erase me from Lucy's life, trying to strip me of the time I have with my daughter, as if I'm nothing more than a paycheck to her now. I'm struggling to breathe through the sting, trying to hold on to something, anything that feels real. My daughter is the one thing that still keeps me grounded, the one constant in all this chaos. And now, Emily wants to take that from me too. Every part of me is fighting to hold on to the small piece of control I have left, the time I get to spend with Lucy. I can't lose her, I won't. The thought of not seeing her every weekend the way we used to tears me apart. It's not just about the custody agreement anymore. It's about what Emily's doing to our bond, to the connection I have with my daughter. She's turning everything upside down and I feel helpless, like I'm just standing by, watching it all fall apart. But I can't let her win this. I'll fight. I'll fight for my time with Lucy, for the relationship we have, because she's the one thing I still have left that matters. I can't and won't let her take that away from me. The first time Emily hands over Lucy after the divorce, it hits me harder than I thought it would. There's no warmth in her touch, no acknowledgement of our past, no softness, no trace of the connection we once shared. It's as if everything that came before, all the love and the years spent together, is now erased. She hands me Lucy's bag almost mechanically, like she's passing off a package, not our daughter. The coldness between us is palpable, thick enough to choke on. It's suffocating and I can't escape it. As I stand there, watching her turn away without a word, without even a glance, I feel the weight of everything I'm losing. Lucy was always my world, my anchor. But now, in this moment, it feels like I'm losing her too, piece by piece. I can't bring myself to say anything. What is there left to say? She doesn't care, and I'm left standing in the doorway, holding my daughter's bag but feeling like I'm losing everything that ever mattered to me. The love, the family, the future we were supposed to have. It's all slipping through my fingers and I can't stop it. Managing work and being there for Lucy is slowly wearing me down. It's not just the physical exhaustion of running from one thing to the next, it's the mental toll, the constant pressure. I've had to cut back on work hours to make time for her, to make sure I don't miss out on the weekends we've agreed on. But the strain is becoming unbearable. Every day feels like I'm sinking deeper into a hole I can't climb out of, and Emily? She knows it. She sees how hard I'm struggling, but she doesn't care. It's like she's moved on already and I'm left here, fighting to keep everything together. The exhaustion is overwhelming, but there's no option to give up. I can't. I can't walk away from Lucy, not now, not ever. She's my reason to keep going even when everything else is falling apart. I'm drowning in the weight of it all, but I have to keep my head above water. For her. Even as everything else seems to slip away, I refuse to let her go. She deserves better than this, and I'm going to make sure she gets it, no matter how much it costs me. Losing my job was the final straw. It felt like the ground beneath me just gave way. I've been struggling to make ends meet for months now, working longer hours just to cover the bills, the child support, everything. And then, just like that, it all falls apart. Emily is relentless about the monthly payments, each one a reminder of how little room I have to breathe. Every moment feels like I'm losing my grip on everything. The weight of it all is suffocating, and I can't seem to find a way out. But I can't let it break me. I can't. For Lucy's sake, I have to keep pushing forward, even though every step feels like I'm sinking deeper into a hole I can't escape from. She's the one thing that still matters. And as much as I'm falling apart, as much as it feels like I'm losing everything, I refuse to give up on her. I refuse to let her down. So I keep going. One foot in front of the other, no matter how much it hurts, no matter how impossible it seems. Because for Lucy I'll keep fighting. I never thought it would come to this. Arrested for missing child support payments. The moment they knocked on my door, it felt like everything I'd been trying to hold together came crashing down in an instant. The reality of my situation hits me harder than I could ever imagine. This isn't just about missing a payment. It's about losing everything I've fought for. The worst part? The shame of being taken away in front of my daughter. She doesn't understand. She doesn't know why her dad is being dragged away by police officers, why everything is unraveling around her. All I can think about is the look on her face, the confusion, the fear. I'll never be able to explain this to her in a way that makes sense. It's unbearable. The weight of it feels like a stone in my chest, and the shame of it consumes me. I failed her. I failed myself. And the hardest part is that this moment will stick with her for the rest of her life. No matter what happens next, that's the part one can't undo. After months of emotional turmoil and an exhausting court battle, the truth finally comes crashing down. Emily had been cheating on me the entire time. The betrayal cuts deeper than I ever thought possible. I feel shattered, like the ground has been ripped out from beneath me. All the years I spent building a life with her, raising our daughter, trusting her, it's all been a lie. I'm devastated, no doubt. But as the weight of the truth settles in, something else rises to the surface. Lucy may not be mine by blood, but she's still my daughter. I've raised her, loved her, protected her, and no matter what Emily or anyone else tries to say, that bond is unbreakable. The legal victory feels hollow. The judgment, the court's ruling, it doesn't fix anything. It doesn't erase the pain, the lies, or the lost years. But I've won something far more important. I've won Lucy's future. It's in my hands now, and I'll do whatever it takes to make sure she has the life she deserves. No matter what it takes, no matter what Emily or anyone else throws at me, I'll fight for her. I've lost so much, but I won't lose her.